What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show, NBA Talk. My bad, man. SBR NBA show with SBR, my guys. NBA Talk with Jordan and Junior and Jay, man. Y'all know what's up. Let's cash, man. Let's cash. Coming off a bad day yesterday, my guys. Make sure you guys go over there to the website sbrpicks.com/slash NBA. Check out all the articles, NBA talk, all the NBA content we have over there. Jordan, how was your day yesterday, my guy?
Not great. 1-3 officially on the show. 2-3 overall. Definitely nailed my one write up for the day though, which felt really, really good in that over in the Dallas and Miami spot on the first half. And Junior actually was the one that talked me into jumping on personally onto that full game over. So that saved me somewhat from the Clippers debacle that took place later in the evening, which I'm sure we will get into here momentarily. So not good, not terrible. Definitely feeling a lot better about today's card, though. As I said, which I told you guys before the show, I'm coming out firing today. No leans, all officials. Let's get it. What about you, Junior?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I had a really bad day yesterday. I've been hot as hell, so that was just bound to happen at some point. Our host, Jay Money, said it as we were talking before the show started. There's a lot of just nonsense going on in these games yesterday. I mean, Kawhi Leonard had 3 shots in the first half. What is this, exhibition season? I thought we were approaching the playoffs. Yesterday was just a wake-up call for me that I don't need to be making so many plays with so few regular season games. And these guys, with their eyes on the playoffs, they're just trying to get through this regular season and just get into the playoffs. So I'm still going to be making wagers, but I'm going to be betting way less full games and try to really just focus on spots from here on.
Got you. Yeah, I'm not happy, guys. I come off some losses yesterday. Had a little something with Mavs and Pels riding with my guys, but still, man, my official plays Nets and Clippers, man, just absolutely terrible. I mean, obviously the Nets, they don't play good enough defense, so I can understand Bucks getting that one done. The Clippers not coming to play. I mean, the fact they were down at halftime with only 48 points just tells you everything you need to know against that Raptors squad. So won't say too much, but hey, we end up losing that. Yeah, Clippers, they get the win, which that's the only thing they care about. They end a three-game lose streak, but obviously don't come to cover the spread. They don't come to play for its bettors. 105-100 for the Clippers there. So I guess good job by them. They get the win. But Pelicans, they show something there. Lonzo Ball, you know what I'm saying? When you come on here, when we come on the show and trash somebody, they play well. So you know what I'm gonna start doing? I'm gonna trash the motherfuckers that I'm betting on. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna trash them. Fuck it. They sorry as a motherfucker. I'm trashing them. He's trash, and then they're gonna come out there and play well. They watch the show. I'm telling you this. I don't know why, but hey, Pelicans get it done 108-103 versus the Warriors. The Kings get it done with kind of sort of. They kind of really pissed away their cover guys. Sorry, Kings backers. I don't know what happened in that game as well. They were up by a bunch. The guy scored 30-22 in the fourth quarter, 103-99. Mavs smack up the Heat there. Jimmy Butler didn't end up playing, kind of a late scratch there, 127-113. Tim Hardaway Jr. went off. Couldn't miss from 3. The Hornets. Damn, I didn't even see. They pissed that one away as well. They only win by 3. I didn't care about that game. But come on, only 102-99. I thought they was up in there. That's a crazy day yesterday, bro. The Suns, guys, Suns. So congratulations to Suns backers. But if you had the Cavs, they were leading. They were covering the spread the whole game. Goes to overtime, and dogs is just terrible to be on a dog overtime. Outscored 20-4, my guys. Let's get to today's score. Yeah, and the Nets go down to the Bucks, 118-124. First game up, Junior. We got the Celtics versus Magic here, my guy. Celtics land 11 here on the road. What we doing in this one, my guy?
I mean, Kevin Walker's out, right? Am I mistaken? I mean, not Kevin Walker. I mean, Jaylen Brown, because he had that weird accident where him and Tatum injured each other. I mean, if you're a Celtics fan, that's got to be literally the worst case scenario that your 2 best players would get injured while hurting each other. Listen, the Celtics have lost 5 of 8, even though they're battling to even get into the playoffs, because right now they're in the play-in spot. So how am I supposed to lay double digits on the road with this team? At the same time, the Magic have mad injuries to a squad that's not even really that talented. So it's just a pass for me. I don't know what's going on in this game. This game is just ridiculous to me.
Jordan, you like anything in this Celtics versus Magic spot, my guy? Total 218.5. So got the Celtics laying 11.
I would not touch the spread on either side of this game. You can't lay points with the Boston Celtics, especially double digits on the road. I don't care who they're playing. At the same time, like Junior said, Orlando's basically looking to the future. That being said, Orlando could be not a bad dog here. If you made me make a play on this spread, I'd probably almost certainly take the points with the home team here. Magic play hard. They got a lot of young guns that are still trying to prove some stuff. So with Jaylen Browne out, Tristan Thompson, I think, is questionable as well. Boston could be thin up front, not have one of their main scoring options. If it's just Jason Tatum and Kemba Walker that Orlando has to deal with, I think they can maybe able to step up and take that challenge. So if you made me pick a play, probably take the 11, but in no way am I confident enough. Maybe on a smaller slate where there wasn't as many games and not as many spots that I like tonight, but definitely wouldn't lay the points, that's for sure. I think the total is probably pretty fair also. I think 218 is actually not a bad line for this one. I'm not seeing a ton of value on either side of that one.
You know what, Jordan? I credit you for that, my guy, because in all honesty, sometimes I'll probably be missing out on money because I'll just be like, you know what, I don't care about this game. But you could be right. I mean, the Magic have won a couple of past straight games. I always worry about, you know what I'm saying, they are a tanking team. Obviously, wait to see who's playing. But if they play their key core guys like they have been playing, maybe, I mean, Jordan could be up to something there because they're the home dog as well, catching double digits. You don't really want to bet on tanking teams around this time, but if there was a spot, them home dog or whatever, Magic, I mean, and they get their coach back today as well. So, Jordan, I credit you, you know what I'm saying, with their just even, because I was finna say, man, F this game, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, maybe Magic get it done, Jordan. Next game, but I'm not betting that game. Next game up, my guys. Blazers versus the Cavs here. They land a hefty number, my guys. They are, Junior. I want them to be on the Blazers here. I didn't expect them to be favored this heavy. We do know this is last game in their road trip. Powell may not play here, so you could get maybe a cheaper line if you like Blazers here. Cavs kind of still been maybe just trying to show something to play for. Junior, what you think here?
Yeah, I think that the defense is going to be absolute garbage in this game. And I like the number in the first quarter. I got 57. So I'm taking the over 57 in the first quarter here. I just think that Portland, obviously, with the fifth best offense in the league, Cavaliers 25th worst defense. So even on a good day, the Cavaliers are going to give up points. If you look at some of the Cavaliers' first quarter scores, by the way, like some of them are like in the 70s in the last 2 weeks. So they definitely have a tendency to give up a lot of points. And the Blazers don't play any defense at all. They're the second worst defense in the NBA. So even though the Cavs played last night, they can come out with a little bit of fire in the first quarter, and then the Blazers will do their thing. There's no way that I would lay this many points with the Blazers on the road. Again, this is just I know we've been complaining a lot on this show, but like if you just know this game, the things that we're seeing are not normal. Like even look at a day like today, there's like 3 double-digit spreads on the board, and they're all road teams. Like what the hell is going on, bro? This is not college basketball. Like this is so stupid. So sorry, I'm on. At least I have a play though. I'm on the over 57 in the first quarter official.
My guy, Jordan, what are we doing with this one? I see the line's going up, so it looks like it's going to 12 and a half at some spots, my guy, for the Blazers here. So it's just going up. What do you think? Is it gonna be smash spot, Jordan?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go the opposite direction a little bit of Junior, but I'll start with the spread. I would not take the points with Cleveland here coming off the back-to-back. I know Portland's playing their third game in 4 nights, but Cleveland off the back-to-back has not been very successful this year, both ATS or total-wise, which is what I'm about to talk about. But there's no guarantee that they don't rest players tonight, especially some of their young guns with nothing to play for. I know they're at home, but I don't think that matters at this point in the season if you're Cleveland and you're tanking and you're trying to get a higher draft pick. So Portland, on the other hand, I agree. I kind of agree with Junior. I think he is on the right track with that first quarter play, but I'm actually on the different side of this. I'm on the full game under 229, simply because A, I don't know who's playing for Cleveland. B, they're the best team at cashing the under on no rest this season. I think they're 11-4 cashing the under when they come off a game the night before. You got a Portland team who's probably tired. Yeah, they're going to get as much as they want tonight, but they're also going to be able to, still their defense isn't that great, but the Cleveland offense is not going to give them much trouble here. So that's the main thing that I'm worried about here in that aspect. As long as the Portland defense can hold Cleveland down at least a little bit, especially late in the game, if it stays close and they kind of pull away later and actually bring a little bit of defense later. I know that's kind of strange to say, Portland playing defense, but against a team like Cleveland, that actually could happen tonight. So I think that Cleveland only gets maybe a 105, 106 in this game. I think the under's a pretty good value in this one. So I got 229 on the under.
Got you. My guy Junior, they're going with first quarter over, and guy Jordan going with full game under. Man, I hope y'all cash both of those. Like I say, just be Blazer nothing. I'm not laying the double digits with them. Obviously, I mean Powell's questionable here. I love this Blazers team. I knew they were going to lose the last game, and I was hoping they get smacked as well. So and that the Cavs play a representative game last night. It actually kind of worked out perfectly because they went into over. They played perfect game, close game, went to overtime, and then they ran out of gas and got smacked. Sexton's playing with a lot of motivation right now. The rest of the team, not so much. Just real quick, I want to see do you guys know who the hell this other guy was? Because I don't know who the hell this guy was that was in the game last night, Jordan. Real quick, I have to because it was just a case of who the hell was this guy? The guy for the Cavs. They only played 8 guys last night, so they do get Hartenstein back tonight. Let's see. His name is Kambin. Oh my God. So they played.
Huh?
Who is this guy?
Don't hurt yourself. We need you for the rest of the show now.
I'm just wondering. Jordan, do any of you guys know who he is? I'm just wondering. Do you know where the hell he came from? Or do you even know that he was in the league?
I know they've been signing a lot of some of these bad teams sign a lot of 10-game contracts, but I don't know who. I'm looking at the box score. I'm trying to pull it up right now to see who you're talking about.
He's from Canada. He's from Canada, Junior. He's from Ontario, Canada.
Oh, the Junior needs to tell us who he is then.
His name start with MF.
Canada for a minute. I don't know who that is.
His name is Fiondu. It starts with an M, but then I think it's pronounced Fiondu. I don't know. Something starts with a K, but he got 4 minutes, 44 seconds to score 5 points. I was just wondering who the hell the Cavs were throwing out there, because if they're gonna be throwing guys like this out there, guys like this game is probably likely going to.
I'm gonna give you a name, J Money. Elijah Fisher.
Who's that?
The future #1 pick in the NBA draft.
Oh, wow, we're going way out of here.
I got you. No, I was just wondering who the hell that was, because they only.
No, he's from Toronto. You just asked me about somebody from Toronto. I'm not even joking. He's the #1 player in his class. He's I think he's. I'm
talking about this dude on the Cavs, though.
Nah. You want to talk about Ontario basketball? #1 pick in the draft. Remember where you heard that first. I'm telling you, like 2-3 years in advance. Got
you. I can dig it, my guy. I can dig it. But yeah, no, the Cavs. I was just saying that all that to say, but the Cavs only win basically 7 deep, and then they threw this guy out there on the floor. Like I say, we could get. They just signed Anderson Varejao, guys. So at me, I wouldn't be putting money on the Cavs, especially after having a representative effort last night. What's up?
I was just gonna say real quick, yeah. Considering they also went into overtime last night, you look at some of the minutes some of their guys played. Like if they don't rest anybody tonight, or if like Garland randomly comes back or something like that, I'd be surprised. That's kind of what I was also. I mean, there's no way they're gonna either be A, on the top of their game offensively, or B, just not resting guys tonight.
Gotcha. Sorry to take so long, but no, I think it's Garland out for sure. Like I say, Sexton's been the guy. So maybe if you like Cavs, you hone in on Sexton props. Maybe, points or something, points, assists, rebounds. He should get a large role if they don't rest him. But Cavs not a whole lot to play for. Like you say, some guys played like 40 minutes plus last night, guys. So let's get to the next game, man. Some intriguing games. Suns versus Hawks. We got a Suns here, land 1. Junior, your squad. What do you think? Is this a spot? Is this a vulnerable spot for the Suns of all spots? They land 1 on here on the road against a very competent Hawks team. Like they're gonna be full squad today as well. Junior, what we like it?
Yeah, I can't. I'm off this game. The Hawks are a good home team. What are they, like 20-11 at home? The Suns can't win every game. I know the Suns have the most road wins in the league. This is the last game of their road trip, a bit of a letdown spot for them. They first of all, if you've really watched their games, which I have obviously because I always have money on their games, they've let inferior teams kind of hang around and then have to pull away. Yesterday they went into overtime with the Cavs. Now, once they got into overtime, it was smack city, right? It was 20-4 in that overtime. So you obviously could tell they were themselves even going that far, but that doesn't make me feel confident in a back-to-back situation where you had to go into overtime against a team that you should have smacked from the beginning. So that being said, it would kind of have to be Hawks or nothing as the home dog here. They've shown me enough as a home team despite all the injury problems that they have, that they win home games. So I'm not really looking to lay points with the Suns right now.
That's my shit right there. I'm getting that trademark, Jordan. Smack City. Y'all hear somebody saying that? You heard it here first. We getting the shirts made, all that shit. Man. We putting it in.
I'm ready. I'll buy one.
I'll buy one.
I'll get one for the whole family.
You know what? I appreciate you. We getting some pre-orders put out. Smack City is going. It might be a picture of my face and the glasses on there, man, or something. We putting something together. Smack City. I've got to file that trademark. I'll be trying to steal my shit. It was Smack City in overtime though, Junior. That was just funny as hell when I hear somebody else say it. Jordan, what we looking here, bro? This is a Hawk spot, man. I thought, Bogdanovich, he questioned, but he in there, my guy. He in there like swimwear. You dig it, Jordan? What we doing?
This is a measuring stick game for the Hawks. You're exactly right in that aspect. You got Phoenix coming off of a game overtime last night against a team they should not have had any business being in overtime against. And you have Atlanta looking at that and saying, hey, we might be able to take advantage of this here with a full squad at home. That being said, Phoenix has won like 2 out of every 3 games on no rest they've played this year. I think they're 10-5 against the spread on no rest. But Atlanta, with the rest advantage, has also been very good against ATS, against teams that they have the rest advantages. This is a coin flip for me, guys. Like I'd love to watch this game. I kind of like the under too, but I'm a little worried with Phoenix just absolutely cruising over, and 7 of their last 8 have complete like last night, just a complete let down defensively against teams that they're not interested in playing at this point in the season, 2 weeks before the playoffs start. It's just I can't trust them right now off no rest to play defense. So that's what's probably going to keep me off of the under. The game to me, though, is a coin flip. This is a great game to watch, not for me to bet on, though.
Jordan, I was just going to ask you, doesn't it seem like the Suns' defense is kind of slipping? I mean, I know it's Smack City in overtime but how are you going to overtime with the Cavs? So look, the Suns. I have to give Suns credit. They don't rest guys. You see what I'm saying? I have to give them the utmost respect. They don't rest anybody. They could be facing the Thunder, favored by 15. They don't rest anybody. Now, you can't go out there and be just losing by only winning by 3 versus the Thunder with all your guys out there. And then back-to-back, you go to overtime with the Cavs with all your guys out there. I mean, I know they're missing Crowder, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody that's healthy is playing. So I respect them for that. But is their defense really slipping? If they're playing like that, I know they could step up here versus the Hawks. They playing the Eastern Conference team. You pretty much stuck at 1 or 2. I think this is an uninspiring spot, my guys. I think this is Trap City. I think it's a bunch. 69% of money on the Suns here. All the money gonna be on the Suns. They dropped from 2.5 to 1. You dig what I'm saying? I think it's a Hawk spot, man. The Hawks plus the 1, man, at the house, man. What you think, Jordan? Could you talk me out?
No, I don't think so. I think that would be where I'd lean to. I can't trust either of these teams' defenses. I think it's the problem right now because Atlanta's defense has been kind of slipping as well. You talk about Phoenix. I think their defense is more of just a motivational factor. They know at this point, they can win games without playing defense against these inferior teams. They know that they're going to be one of the top 2 seeds in the Western Conference right now. Even and last night, I think example of they probably said to themselves, "Hey, we could either buckle down and play really hard and just blow these guys out, or just kind of toy with them for the whole game and then win when it matters, save our legs for tomorrow." But that being said, there's really no guarantee that the Hawks are going to have that good of a defensive effort here either. They've been giving up 113, 114 points per 100 possessions their last 5 too. So tough. It's a tough one, man. This is just a real tough game. It's a pretty sharp line, and the total to me is kind of it wants me to bet the under. It really does. It's telling me it wants me to, but then it's going to fly over to 235 points. So I'm just going to stay off of it.
Man, the Hawks have won their last 6 home games. I'll go with it official. Hawks plus the 1, man. I know it. I mean, the Suns, there are their guys, those guys. You know what I'm saying? I want to say something else, Junior, but they're those guys. But I think they dropped 1 tonight. 3rd game for all on the road. You know what I'm saying? Off of overtime, all this. I think that this is a spot where the Hawks, and they have revenge. They only lost by 7 in Phoenix. You see what I'm saying? And they're playing a lot better basketball right now. I know this is the first game of back-to-back. They do have the Pacers tomorrow, but for now, I hadn't put it in yet, but I was just waiting for Bogdanovich. That's what he said. But I like the Hawks here, my guys. Let's get to the next game. You got to throw a little comedy in there, but let's get to the next game, my guys. I like the Hawks, man. I do. I think we flying. With them Hawks. Hawks soaring. Next game up, Grizz versus the Timberwolves, my God. Oh, yeah. And the fact that Junior's not on the Suns makes me like it even more, my guys. Grizzlies versus I'm just saying, because them his boys, and everybody that like the Suns say, they admit it's not necessarily a good spot for them. So I'll take that. Grizz versus Timberwolves, Junior. What we doing? Grizzland 3 on the road, my guy. Got to bounce back today, my guys. What we doing, Junior, with this one?
Got to be Timberwolves or nothing, right? Timberwolves are playing good basketball. The Grizzlies have lost like 4 or 5, and they've gotten blown out in at least like 2 or 3 of these games. I was looking at John Morant's stats because I don't really watch too many of their games in full, but I try to tune in. He's averaging like 12 points a game in his last like 5 games, I think, shooting like 20-something%. It's ugly right now, is what I'm trying to say. I cannot be laying points with a struggling team on the road and not be taking the points with a hot team at home. Does that not make sense? Like I don't see how I can look at this game any other way. It's not an official play. Just because I took a lot of losses yesterday, I don't want to just blindly start betting on anything. But if you're asking me my opinion of this game, it has to be Wolves or nothing.
Jordan, what you think? I'm gonna tell you something. I saw something in the last game, and if they didn't piss John Morant off, you see what I'm saying, Jordan?
Well, you got
like them guys are pissed.
Right?
If they come out pissed,
too.
Jordan, if they come out pissed, I like the Timberwolves and they've been playing hot. But I mean, come on now. If the Grizzlies decide that they want to clamp down on defense, like we know it's possible, they haven't been doing it. We can't blame them for the Blazers loss. They were pissed. We can't blame them for the Nuggets loss. It was a terrible spot for them. You see what I'm saying? Now they lost versus the Magic. I don't know about that one. I don't know. That's you can't be doing that. So that's what gives me hesitation. But I must say it's Grizz or nothing for me here. You got something else to add or what? We'll go to Jordan.
No, nothing. I'm good.
Jordan, what you think, my guy?
So one thing I haven't watched all of Ja Morant's games. I'd say I watched a majority of them this year. And one thing about him that you watch early in ball games, he defers a lot. He really tries to get everybody else involved early in the game before he gets his. I don't think that's going to be the case tonight if he comes out pissed off. He may come out with a fire lit under his ass. And also no Jaren Jackson Jr. tonight, which I'll get to in just a second, but also is going to have more emphasis on the offensive end now that he's out tonight. Speaking of Triple J, which should be the other nickname of this show. I think the fact that he's out tonight actually benefits the Grizzlies a little bit. Just like stay with me here, but integrating a player to his caliber back in after you played an entire season essentially without him has proven to be pretty difficult for them. And I think that's one of the reasons why they haven't looked that great is because, yeah, they're trying to win games, but getting him back into the flow of everything has also been difficult. So I think without him tonight and you insert Kyle Anderson back into the starting lineup, I think that improves their defense enough. So the official for me on this one is under 238.5. On top of all of that included, their offense has just been not good lately. The Grizz are averaging only 101 points per 100 possessions over their last 5. And as you mentioned earlier, Wolves are playing some defense lately, which is actually like strange to say. But then when this team is motivated, they have kind of some guys that can do it. So, I mean, matchup wise, this is actually a pretty good game because I think these two teams kind of match up well against one another. Their last game, just about a month ago, went under pretty easily. It was a lower total than this. They only scored 228 points. I don't think Memphis is scoring $120 again in this game either. I'm seeing this game as kind of like a 115, kind of maybe 110, 112 type of game. Give me the under. I think it's at least 3 to 5 points too high. So I got official 238.5. I know it's gotten down a little bit. If you can still get a 238 though, they are on the board right now.
Gotcha. And I was going to say that in theory, Junior, it is a double revenge spot for the Timberwolves. But like I said, they have been playing hard. But, I mean, still, bigger picture, they're still, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so they may be playing these games like they're playoff games because they're not sniffing the regular season playing none of it. So Grizzlies have pretty much owned them first 2 games. Just be interested. The problem here is like the Grizzlies, like you say, so the coach got ejected. And if I'm not mistaken, right, Jordan? I know John Morant got ejected. Didn't the coach get ejected as well?
The coach got teed up. I don't know if he got
I don't know if he got ejected. I think Ja just got his – because he had a technical earlier in the game, right? And that's what ejected Ja, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. Technical.
I think they're as pissed as me. I'll tell you this. And and Jordan mentioned something really good. Jaren Jackson is out, and it's kind of like with LeBron the other day when he sat out. The Lakers played a lot better. Oh, they just go with what they know. Then, LeBron, sit your bum ass over on the bench, man. So hey, sometimes it happens that the player needs to sit out. That's been out for them to get back to playing well. Jordan, I could see it's Grizz or nothing for me here, my guys. What's up?
One thing I was just going to say is also Minnesota coming into with 3 days rest and the 4th best defense in the league over their last 5. So you're talking about rested, much more rested than the Grizzlies as well. I think that helps defensively for them too.
Got you. Yeah, sometimes you may not want 3 days off, man.
No, that's true. You can be rusty.
Mini vacation. Them boys have been on a mini vacation. But 3 days, Junior, 3 days off in this league. He'll see.
Right. It's funny. If you look at a lot of the teams, if you go and look at their splits on 3 days off, their offense and like the just overall stats actually are like a lot worse.
Mm-hmm. They should be. What would you do if you was an NBA player and you was off 3 days, bro? Come on now.
I don't want to
living it up.
Can't talk about that on the show.
We living it up, man. I don't care if you even with your fam, man. Hey, all right, I'm gonna stop. Wizards versus Bucks, my guys. Next game up. They not testing these guys either this year, my guys. So just let you know, unless they got reasonable doubt, it's no testing. We gas up, city. All right, Wiz versus Bucks, my guys. Bucks coming off a couple strong performances. Rest Giannis for me, please. Rest Giannis, Middleton, and I need y'all to rest Giannis, Middleton, and Holiday, Jordan. I need to see it. And then it's gonna be Wiz Smack City, my guy.
To be honest, like they may not even have to rest them for it to be a Wizard spot here to cover.
Double revenge.
I mean, double revenge. You got Bucks tired. You got Wizards playing the best basketball. I've seen the Washington Wizards, and I used to live in DC. I saw a lot of real bad Washington Wizards games back in the day, and this is their best team they've had since Gilbert Arenas. So I mean, this is it definitely a strong lean to the Wizards, man. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but it's going to be really hard for me to not to here because I think the Bucks have a letdown spot. I don't know if they have the luxury to rest guys, though. That's kind of what I keep coming back to, right? Like they're in a battle right now, but I mean at the same time, like they're kind of sliding into that third spot too. So I mean, I could see either way for the Bucks tonight. It makes it tough for me, but man, if we do get that word that one of their main stars is resting, you know it's Wiz City tonight.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest. So this line was up to 6.5 this morning, Junior. Did you see it? Because you had to watch lines. Like I wake up early and then go back to sleep.
Bro,
but I gotta just see I have to see where the shit is at. It was at to 6.5, 7. So last night I kind of see like some little ones. It wasn't official. So I saw 3. Then it was up 6.5. That's like kind of that's what everybody playing, right? That's what the line should be, 6.5, 7. Oh, why is it at 3? It should not be at 3.5 if it's full squad for the Bucks. Somebody knows something. I just really don't think Giannis playing. Everybody else could play, but somebody has to be out. They laid 8.5 on the road. And what else they lay? Junior, what you think about this game real quick while I look it up to see what they laid?
I have Washington +6 for a couple of reasons.
There you go.
For one, when I saw that line, I was like, 6 just seems a lot for a Bucks team that had basically 2 playoff games in the last couple of days, and they just played a lot of basketball recently. Number 2, the Wizards are 11-2 straight up and ATS in their last 13 games, so they're covering spreads, and they play at a pace. Jordan, because I'm sure you've looked up these numbers. They're playing at a pace of like 105. 105.9, 105.8, which would be one of the highest in the league in this recent streak where they're winning a lot of games. So you're going to come into a situation where you've played some really tough games if you're Milwaukee, and you got to come in and play against this Wizards team that's going to be going up and down, up and down. I think 6 is just way too many points. I swear to God, and I'll make it an official play right now. Washington +3.5. I took it at 6 this morning because I seen that and I was like, and I saw, Jay, that it was up to 6.5. I didn't see no 7s. I seen 6.5 though this morning. I was like,
my guy got 7 on Bovada. Yeah, one of my guys got 7 on Bovada this morning.
When it went from 6.5 to 6, I had to take it before it went down anymore. Now I see it at 3.5, but I'll make it 3.5 official on the show. I think it's just a good spot for Washington, a bad spot for Milwaukee. Washington is they're the hottest team in the NBA right now.
Bro, they could easily be live tonight.
They laid 8.5 on the road. Westbrook and Bill was in there. The Bucks lay 8.5 on the road, which means they should be coming to the house laying 11 points here, bro. You see what I'm saying? So even if it was a 6 or 7, that's scary. I know the Wizards. I guess the Wizards are just being graded a lot different early than they were early in the year. Obviously, which they have to, but still, you see sometimes where they just kind of throw out stock numbers. Now, this one, the books really respecting Wizards here. But the fact that it came down from 6 to 3, they just really. I feel like the only way that it's going to happen is if Giannis out, and maybe they know it. So if the only thing I'm saying is if Giannis is questionable for something, just don't be surprised. So nothing's on the injury report right now. I like the Wizards with Junior though, my guys. I do. I like them. I like the Wiz here today. The Bucks coming off a couple huge games. Like the Bucks, man. I like the Wizards. Hadn't hopped on it yet though, Jordan. Nothing official for you, right, Jordan? Before we get to the next two.
No, I just lean Wiz. I'm just not there yet. I need to see it to believe it. I'm actually trying to pull up the 130 injury report right now as we speak, so we can move on. I'll see if anything crops up from that.
Knicks versus Nuggets, my guys. Knicks versus Nuggets. They putting them at the dog again, Junior. What we doing? Knicks. They sitting at +4. They ain't scared about the Nuggets here. They could bounce back, but they lost another guard. Now you don't have PJ Dozier out here. Is there any reason why the Knicks don't stay hot, Junior?
I don't know, but you're going to give me 4 points with, again, a team that just keeps covering spreads. They're just being undervalued. I think the correct spread probably is like 3. I know that I think it opened at 3, right? And money on Denver saw the steamed up to 4. Thank you. I'll take that 4. I appreciate you.
Jordan, what you think?
And honestly, Jay just mentioned something. The fact that they lost another, bro, they have no guards. They literally have no guards.
They got Facu. Facu.
Bro. The way
Austin Rivers revenge. Okay, that's an honorable mention. Yeah. Austin Rivers revenge. He did kind of get disrespected by the Knicks, so that's the only thing I say. Rivers, but him and Facu, they're literally the only 2 guards on the squad.
I'm not even going to address Austin Rivers. What I am going to address is the Knicks front court matches up really well with the Denver front court, minus the fact that nobody can really stop Jokic. But that's a problem that every team has. As far as the rest of the Denver forwards, I think the Knicks are just one of those bruiser teams that plays hard every night, which we say every single time we talk about them. But you know why they play hard every night? Because Thibodeau don't give nobody rests. They don't have a choice but to play hard every night because they're always on the damn court. He's gonna run these boys into the ground by the time the playoff starts. But for backers of the Knicks right now, they're just cashing tickets left and right, and I'm trying to ride that wave. +4, I'm on that.
Got you. Yeah, I'm just waiting on Noel, my guys. If I get Noel in there to go up and bang against Jokic, I'll be on the Knicks for sure. Which, I mean, even without him, they could get it done. But I would love to have Noel out there. Jordan, would you like anything in here in this game?
I would probably lean towards the Knicks too. I would just like to say that I don't know what alternative timeline we've warped into where the Knicks have just suddenly been the most undervalued team in basketball. I don't know what world we're living in at this point. But I mean, it's crazy. But you're right. If you're gonna keep given this team, a team like Junior said that matches up well against a team that's very banged up, does play a lot better at home, and I'm a little worried about the Knicks playing their 3rd and 4th nights. But I mean, you're right. It doesn't matter for this team. There's no rest for the weary when Tom Thibodeau is your coach. So I mean, if your job's basically on the line every single night, you're going to go out and play hard. That's seemingly what is going on with this Knicks team outside of Julius Randle, whose job is very secure. But I mean, this team is better defensively than the Nuggets, if not as good. And their offense is, and they have also their guard depth, like you said, they're superior at the guard position right now with all the Nuggets injuries. I mean, that's a recipe for a covering of a spread as an underdog here. If your guard depth is better and you match up well in the front court, like you said, Jay, little worried about the Nerlens, but I think you're right. If he plays, it's got to be the Knicks or nothing for me.
Yeah,
Eastern Conference Player of the Month, Julius Randle, by the way.
Most possibly most improved player, too.
Look, I can tell you this. So the Knicks have been going down big men. So the Knicks have been losing big men, right? The Nuggets been losing guards. So it's really like, you know what I'm saying, which one is going to get what they get. But yeah, the Nuggets wish they had as many guards that the Knicks had in this game. So them boys, I mean, they just keep covering spreads. I wouldn't bet against the Knicks. I know that I was thinking that the Grizzlies would get it done, but the Nuggets, they just dropped. They don't really have as Facu and Austin Rivers. So Austin Rivers will really have to have, which in all honesty, I do think that he'll come to play probably as one of his better games. They may not push them over the hump, but like I say, Knicks are nothing for me, my guys. It's the only way I would look in this game. Last game up, Spurs versus Jazz. Spurs off 4 straight losses, almost trying to slip out of the damn playoff race. Jordan, what you think in this one? Can the Jazz smack them up again? What we doing in this one?
it's tough to not like the Spurs, but I think that you're right. Like they've been trending on like kind of teetering on that line of like whether or not they're going to tank or shoot for the playoffs tonight. It seems like teetering, just like little slowly balancing. And it seems like they've fallen on the side of tanking. You're right. It's just the defensive side of the basketball, especially here. They didn't play bad defensively against the Jazz in their last game, but every other game, like 5 or 6 before that, have been pretty bad. And I just think that even with Utah still missing their 2 starting guards tonight, you could see them beating San Antonio here. I don't know. I mean, like, it's tough for me to not like a Popovich revenge game here, but you're right. Like the Spurs are at a point where making the play-in game means absolutely nothing to them, whereas getting a lottery pick means a lot for this franchise, who's got a lot of really good young talent that they need to grow together to get back into contention one of these days. So probably going to stay off this game entirely. Would probably lean towards the Jazz once again, though. It's just tough for me with them, with the Jazz needing to win games too. I think. I don't think that should be discounted whatsoever. I think their injury may be a little bit too the injuries to Conley and Mitchell here may be taken a little bit too much into account. But that being said, like this line seems pretty sharp, so probably going to stay away entirely.
Gosh, yeah, I don't agree with it. The Jazz need to win games. I don't necessarily agree with that, Junior. What you I mean, maybe fighting for the number. I mean, they're in the playoffs, like, you know what I'm saying. So if the Spurs rest some guys, maybe they'll show they're tanking. But we'll see if they play everybody. Junior, what you think here? I think you were on the Spurs the other day, right? I must say here, Spurs are nothing for me. I know I saw it at 7. I was like, I kind of like the Spurs here. It's down to 6.5. You had a revenge spot first. You know what I'm saying? They've been over there in Utah. What the hell is it doing in Utah? Nothing. You're going to practice on your shot, get ready for the next game. So what do you think, Junior? Spurs sit at the 10th seed right now. Do you think they'd rather hand it off to New Orleans, or what you think, my guy? Do we give them one more shot here?
I mean, I would take the Spurs at 7.5 because I saw that number was available. Not only do I have no interest in this game, while Jordan was talking about this game, I was just thinking to myself, like, if you gave me a ticket to this game, would I even go to it? I don't know. I'd really have to have nothing better to do than to go. I mean, if Donovan Mitchell was playing, I'd go watch it. But, like, with no Donovan Mitchell.
Man, you give me some tickets, I'm going to a game, man.
I'm going to a game. Trash, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I have no play on this game whatsoever.
Spurs are nothing for me, my guys. Jazz did intimidate them last time. Rudy Gobert in the paint, so we'll see what happens. But if Spurs don't race anybody, I may get there. If Spurs are nothing. I'm not looking towards laying up that many points with the Jazz. Spurs could lose and still cover the spread. Jordan, break them off with your officials. Referee, like a referee blowing the whistle.
Yes, officials like the whistle. Under 229, Blazers, Cavaliers. Under 238 in the hook, Grizzlies, Wolves. And we didn't talk about this game, but all over the under on the Sixers and the Rockets. I got jumped on it before the news, but Jason Tate's out. Christian Wood is out. Got the Sixers first half, too. That's going to be, talk about Smack City. That's going to be Smack City tonight, too. But I like the under because I don't think the Rockets are scoring points tonight. So 4 officials for me.
Got you. Junior, what you think? What's your plays, my guy?
I got the Wizards +6 and the Knicks +4, but I feel like I'm sorry, Portland, Cleveland over first quarter, over 57.
Got you. Nothing official for me just yet, but it's Hawks, Wizards, and Spurs for me, my guys. It's the only thing that I'm looking at. I will have a top play of one of those, my guys, but nothing yet official. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, my guys. We will be back tomorrow. That's Junior Browne. That's Jordan Sharp. I'm your host, Jay Money. Be back tomorrow. Appreciate everybody for tuning in.